A career-high 5 three-pointers on just 8 attempts. LeBron finished with his 7th triple-double of the season. AD, well, he had a game-high 36 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Now, this is the first time this season the Lakers have suffered back-to-back losses. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard joining us now. Good morning, good morning.
This will be interesting.
What do you think you learned from last night's face-off?
I'm going to try to go fast because I learned a lot. Number one, I said, in my power rankings, I've had Milwaukee in the top 2 the whole year, but I said on this show a couple weeks ago, the 2 LA teams are head and shoulders above everybody else in the league. I misspoke. I mean, Milwaukee's now 4-0 against the LA teams and Houston. So obviously 3-0 against the LA teams. They're legit. I think there are 3 teams, the 2 LA teams and Milwaukee, on an elite level. And we'll get to Houston later. I don't have them on that level. And I'm not guaranteeing Milwaukee wins the East because I think Philly has a lot of room to grow and
I
improve.
agree with that.
And they have over the last month and will continue. But that, Giannis, I mean, I think we got a glimpse of the future last night. It's scary because he's, in my view, he may be only 80% of the player he could become. Because we saw last year what Toronto do to slow him down in the playoffs. Make him shoot the jumper. And if he's going to he hit 5 threes last night, as you said, this month, in December, 8 games, he's shooting 44% from 3. And it's not a small sample size. It's 21 for 47, so 6 a game. If he's going to hit the 3, even at 35%, then I don't know how you stop him. He had the nice little turnaround Jay late in the game.
Yeah.
So that's Milwaukee. They're legit. The Lakers, I don't look at this as the bad, loss that a lot of people might look at it as. And here's why. The Lakers showed me last night that they are about that life, that they're serious about this season because they had so many opportunities to just pack it in. It's a regular season game Thursday night in December. They started off slow, obviously got down big, and every time they made a run, they get to 12, they get to 11, to 10. Milwaukee hits a big 3 or a basket. And so with 9 minutes left, it happened. They could have easily been like, you know what? It's not our night. Right.
Yep. Well, to your point,
live to live another
the Clippers 2 weeks ago did just that at Milwaukee.
Right.
They just said, we're out.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's the difference in philosophies you can see with the 2 franchises. So the fact that the Lakers kept fighting, I thought was a positive. AD showed me something. He's showing me more mental and physical toughness than I thought he had. And I feel like every week is growing. First half, I'm thinking he didn't show up against the Clippers in the 4th, right? The 2 biggest games of the season. He goes scoreless against the Clippers in the 4th. He has a bad first half, but he balled in the second half, went head-to-head with Giannis, did a great job. They're going to need him to be that dog that he showed last night to win it all. Obviously, LeBron, 2nd straight bad game. You got to have another conversation with him. Late, the 2 turnovers in the last minute and a half. But here's the thing. Unless Father Time has sat on LeBron's shoulders this week and said, guess what, King? The party's over. I'm not worried about LeBron. LeBron's going to be fine. So I like the fact that AD stepped up. Danny Green, 2 biggest games, the Clippers, the Bucks. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope stepped up.
He did well.
I thought, again, not worried about LeBron. That was really the main negative was LeBron's, and he still had a triple-double, but he wasn't LeBron. So I thought that's what I learned last night.
The thing, every time Skip and I, we talk about the Lakers, I said Frank Vogel should go to the board, guard the 3 line, and take care of the ball. And what didn't they do last night? Guard the 3-point line and didn't take care of the ball.
I think they guarded it. He was just at 20.
No, I ain't talking about Giannis. I ain't talking about Giannis. I'm talking about regular season George Hill. George Hill, George Hill all-star the regular season. You see how he played last night? That come playoff time, he won't be seen. Put
that Cavs bias.
Yeah. Put an APB out on it. But look, when the last time you heard a team having 14 steals in a game? Because that's what the Bucks had last night. 14 steals, that's unheard of. And a lot of them careless. I mean, look, when you have the guy that has handled the ball as much as LeBron does, this is why when Russ was in OKC, he had a lot of turnovers because he had the ball in his hand damn near every time down the court. James Harden, they're going to have lots of turnovers because they have the ball 80, 90% of the time. But you can't, in situations like that, you have to pick and choose. When the ball game and you're making a run to get back in this thing, you have to be careful with the ball. So the things that you were trying in the first and second or third quarters, now that you're making a run, you can't give them that opportunity because they got an opportunity to get the game into 6, maybe even get it down to 3, and then turnover, and then they come back down the court and boom. And what I'm starting to see with guys, when teams make threes and they get it going early, Chris Middleton coming down, he's 1-on-4. Dude pulls up from 26 and switches.
It's what they do, though.
They shoot the 3.
Once they feel it, I mean, what do you got to do?
They lead the league in pace also, so they will push it and shoot it fast.
Exactly. So, look, my thing is, if the Lakers can guard the three-point line, and I believe they can, but take care of the ball. They got down 21. You get down 20.
That starts with your quarterback.
Yeah, but he's
gonna
gonna
take care of the
well, I got the best quarterback in the game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, let Chris fail the man in the class. Man had tripled up and Chris failed it.
No, I didn't fail him.
What'd you give him?
I gave today.
Yeah.
A D.
See, you failed.
That's not failing.
Hold on.
What you give him from last
I gave him a C. I gave him a C because he turned the ball over too much.
Yeah, and then the down the stretch, he had the 2 turns.
Yeah. So he had 5 total, but 2 of them came in the last 2 minutes of the ball game. But we gonna be. I tell you what we gonna do. We gonna open up something on Nuggets and then have just enough milk and cookies for somebody else on Christmas Day.
I think this makes the Christmas Day game, because both teams, this won't be their last game before that game, but tough losses.
No, So could we get to what really happened last night?
And that happened. We saw what happened.
Could we get to the crowning moment came after Giannis' 5th and final 3 with 9 minutes left in the game. Could we please see that sequence? Thank you. Here it is. Well, another deep 3. Woo. Swish. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Oh, wait, he does the crown. That's a crown. I'm crowning myself.
You can't do that.
King me.
You can't do that.
King me. It's like checkers.
We got to do that.
King me.
That was a message to Kawhi?
Oh, no.
I think he's the king of L.A., right?
I think it was to the washed king.
That's
Right? He was the guy down the floor. And again, I've not been the biggest Giannis fan. You were on them early last year. You're saying Milwaukee. I was like, show me something, Greek freak. I don't even like the nickname because the connotation is you got freakish ability, but are you really a basketball player? Can you do it at the highest level? Can you shoot the ball from more than 5 feet away? Because Toronto said no. Brazil said no. Remember the FIBA games? And the coach just shamed him after the game. Said, we had a 40-year-old stop him because we saw the blueprint. In the conference finals, they lost 4 straight. Remember, they won the first two against Toronto and lost 4 straight games, and he shrank every game. How tall is he? He's 7 feet or whatever,
at least
6'11", 7 feet.
And by the 4th game, he's about 6'1". So then in the offseason, he committed.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure this out. I think Kyle Korver has done wonders for him as his new teammate because he helped LeBron at the free throw line when they were together in Cleveland, and he's really helping Giannis because the stroke is looking pure.
Well, we might need to trade for Kyle Korver and get it back.
He has huge value on and off the floor.
Yeah.
At practice, he has huge value. And I thought Kyle Korver played very well.
He did.
Their depth is really deep.
Yeah.
They didn't even have Eric Bledsoe, and they came in and just shell-shocked them with their shock troops. But in the end, Giannis rose above 2 superstars because he was the best star of the 3 stars last night. And remember, if he doesn't get his 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter, remember, that limited him to only 14 minutes out of 24 in the second half. What if he played 22 minutes? What do you think would have happened? Nothing good for the Lakers.
Well, he don't play that many. He doesn't play a whole lot of minutes anyway, Skip. So I'm not so sure that he would have played. But don't pretend like LeBron didn't get in foul trouble either, and it hindered him. But what about the bench? The Lakers bench. What are you gonna do with 4 points? Right. 4 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds.
So you're admitting you got carried away with the Lakers' depth?
No, I'm just saying they didn't play well last night.
Okay.
I mean, because you saw what Dwight gave you on Tuesday. Dwight was 10 for 10, played unbelievable. Caruso had been playing unbelievable.
Okay.
All those guys have been. Rondo has been phenomenal off the bench, but nobody played well last night.
Okay, but all of a sudden that rim gets protected by the Bucks because the two Lopez's and Giannis. It's hard to get to the basket.
We gonna get to the basket on you know who though.
Okay.
But for what you said, that's why last night could have been good. Because maybe a Caruso is reading his press clippings. I mean, he's getting all types of love.
AC.
Right, Dwight now. I mean, maybe he's starting to think, hey, I'm getting love in L.A. That's thought they hated me. So
that is true.
I think this could be good for them. And the Lakers, the defense, look, we've raved about their defense all year. But their defense is at the rim.
Yeah,
and Avery Bradley is a great defender when he's healthy, but They did not defend the three well at all last night.
But they hadn't defended it well all year.
No, and so their perimeter defense has to improve.
Yes.
Excellent points, gentlemen. Chris, we're going to get you to stick around. Another fantastic NBA game last night. What did Harden and Westbrook prove versus the Clippers?
Proved a lot.
We're going to break that one.